Hello, hello. I am Matt. This is my third stock speedrun for the weekend of January 8th, 2022. If you watching this right now, good sir or madam, are unfamiliar with what a stock speedrun is, you can check this video's description for an explanation and also a disclaimer as to its content. Now, as I've said, my goal is for this weekend's speedruns to all be requests as opposed to randomly chosen. The next two do not come from a YouTube user, but rather from a friend of mine. She has an interest in getting started with investing and asked me to look at two companies she would like to invest in. So I figured there'd be no better way to start that looking into than by making speedruns of them. And the first one, so I'm going to go down here. I'm going to type into my little magic box, TJX. Now, I was kind of logistically forced to cheat a little bit because I do know what this company is. I haven't looked much into it, but I do know what this company is just because I had to look up what the ticker was, because when she asked me to look at the company, she gave me the company, but she didn't know the ticker. So by virtue of having to look up the ticker, I know what the company is. But I don't know a whole lot much else about it. All right, so that caveat, I did cheat a little bit with the speedrun format with this, and also with the next one. But okay, enough talking. Let's go. So yeah, TJX Companies, and like I said before, I know what this is. It owns a lot of retail outlets. My friend specifically said that she wanted to invest in this because she likes a lot of these stores. Specifically Home Goods, TJ Maxx, I believe. Marshall's, Home Goods, TJ Maxx. She recently discovered a store called Sierra, which sells coats and stuff, I believe. And then HomeSense, even though I'm not entirely too sure what HomeSense is. But like TJ Maxx is clothes, I think. Marshall's is clothes. Home Goods is, well, Home Goods. Sierra's is coats, I think. But yeah, family apparel, footwear, accessories, home fashions, home basics, furniture, rugs, lighting products, giftware, soft home products, decorative accessories, stuff like that. All right. The company doesn't look too bad, although I kind of wonder what this 2021 dip is about. Let me look at the chart real fast. I wonder if the chart reflects that dip. Kind of sideways in the last year. 5 years looks a little better. Still a lot more up and down than I would like, but I think that's COVID, if anything, because it was arguably nothing but up, aside from this little dip here, whatever that is. Arguably nothing up until March of 2020, and then that's when kind of a little bit more of a rocky action started. Oops, I accidentally clicked the chart. Yeah. Alright, let's take a look. So, I want to take a look at these earnings again, because that's strange. When was the most recent earnings report? Retail sales expected to slow down in 2020. You think so? Interesting. Or not 2020, 2022. Let's see. I'm looking for the most recent earnings report for this company. CEO sold $3 million worth of shares. Really? Did he? At an average price of $74.18 a share. I wonder if he just needed that money. That may not have been because he feels badly about the company. I wonder if he just needed that money. Because, Jeff Bezos and Elon Musk sell shares of their companies all the time just because they need the money. That doesn't mean that they think it's going to go down. They need liquid. which again can dovetail on the conversation of why expressing their wealth in dollar amounts is completely ridiculous, because they have no dollars. But you know, that's beside the point. What do I want to look at? I want to look at holders. I want to look at insider roster. What's this guy's name? CEO and president of TJX, Ernie Herman. I don't see him here. Why don't I see him here? It's too recent to show up here, I think. I don't know why I don't see him here. Maybe that was all of his shares. No, that can't be. The CEO. Really? Maybe it doesn't show CEO shares here? I don't know. I mean, what I was hoping to see is how many shares he has, so I can demonstrate that 40,000 shares is a drop in the bucket for how many shares he has, but I don't even see that number here. Okay, that's, starting to rethink this. That's a little suspicious. Alright, I'm looking for... Hedge funds are snapping up. Really? Actually, you know, let me go back here. There is a lot of hedge fund and institutional holding here. Holy crap. Let's see, what other statistics do I want to look at while I'm here? I want to look at trailing forward. Doesn't look too bad. They probably have a good book value. It's moderate, mediocre. Wow, that's a huge number of shares. 1.19 billion. This must be close to 100 billion market cap, or 88. I can't do math. Yeah. No, I want earnings. Because I want to see what its most recent report looked like. Sure, I can see the numbers here, but I want to know the details. Oh god, you know, with a company this popular, it's always hard to find articles because there's so much shit in here. Ooh, there are reasons to feel uneasy about TJX. Let me read that. Tell you what, I'll probably find earnings report articles once I get to phase 2. Let's go ahead and poke around Yahoo a little more. I want to see conversations. I want to see what Simpleton Wall Street has to say here. Finding a business that has potential to grow substantially is not easy, but it is blah 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 blah. Pre-tax profits. ROCE of 21%. While this is an outstanding return, the rest of the specialty retail industry generates similar numbers. Ah, I see. Interesting. What, 200 shares is 774.50. Not sure how you could lose. Well, they're crowded every day. Objection, Your Honor, anecdotal evidence. Really? $80 by Friday. How'd that work out for you, bud? You know, that you know, words are funny. You can't just, like, say things and then have them be true. That's not how this works. Alright, yeah, I don't really care about the hedge funds. I want to look at the earnings reports. TJX earnings. Ooh, press releases. That should do it. Common stock. Ooh, they do have a dividend. What is that? Well, that's not bad. Not great, not terrible. Very strong quarter 3. So their quarter 3 fiscal year 2020 sales. So that was this one. I'm guessing 12.53 and 1.02. $12.53, close enough. Show me. Ooh, they're making. Wait, they did share repurchases recently? Ooh. Huh. And then earnings per share 84. Does that match up also? Yes, it does. Right here, 84. Okay, so it wasn't actually quarter 4. Then it was quarter 3. So these here are 2020 fiscal year 2022 for them. Actually, these numbers don't match up. I think this chart is broken because these numbers don't match up. Look, 2021 it says 90.47 million, but then here just the one quarter has $1 billion worth of earnings. You know, I think this chart is broken. I think the earnings are just fine. I think this chart's just being stupid. Because, you know, I was thinking of making this hold for no other reason than the kind of sideways chart, but also the earnings that seem to be trailing off. But no, I think the earnings are fine. I think that chart's just wrong. And I also think that, well, the chart does worry me a little bit because it has done a lot of sideways movement in the last year or so. There was also that article about retail slowing down. I'm not gonna put too much into thinking about that one. Let's see what else. There was also, yeah, kind of the sideways chart action is the only thing that I can see from stopping from giving it a buy, because even though it's doing well, investors aren't snapping it up as much as you would think. You would think it would have been gangbusters in the last year, you know, but it really hasn't. You know, I'm still comfortable hitting this buy button, but it's probably not as strong a buy as clicking this button normally without any caveats would indicate. I'm gonna say weak buy. I'm gonna say weak buy just because it looks like a good company. Based on the chart action, you may be waiting a while to see any returns, but like I don't think it's gonna go down. I don't think it's gonna go down, but you may, like if you were to buy it today, January, what's today? It's January 9th. Well, okay, not today, because today's Sunday. You can't buy stocks on Sunday. If you don't know that, then, you know, that's news to you. But, so not today. Like, if you were to buy it Monday, if you were to buy on January 10th, 2022, you may be waiting a while to see any decent returns. Because it could very possibly just keep doing that, you know, that sideways roller coaster for a little while before it starts to go up like a rocket. Which it might. But bottom line is that I see no reason why it would go down. I do still kind of wonder what this CEO selling shares is about, but I feel like I'm just missing information from that. It may again very well have been he just needs some liquid kind of scenario. I don't know why the rest of his shares was not showing up on an insider roster. Maybe it doesn't show up for CEOs. Some kind of special rule. I don't know. Or maybe he didn't even have his shares at the time. I believe it takes 6 months for transactions and roster information to show up on there. Maybe he didn't even have shares 6 months ago. He just recently bought them and he's like, oh shit, I bought too much. I need some money because my wife wants a new yacht or something. I don't know. So he had to go ahead and sell those shares because he needs $3 million back for a yacht for his wife. I don't know. That's very possible. But, again, buy. I don't think it's going to go down. I do think it's going to go up. I just don't know when. It could keep on roller coastering sideways for a good while. But yeah, I still feel comfortable giving this a buy. And that's all I gotta say, and I'll catch you in the next one.